Yoda Studio, Digger, Kobika, and Speakerman. Yo, what's going on? Digger says, I see you watched Chamber of Secrets. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did brush up on some of it. The last request Azarian made specifically was for Ron and Harry fleeing from a Star Destroyer. So, that's what this video is. Yoda Studio says, hello there everyone. Yoda be cooking up videos. Are you? You're cooking up some videos, huh? Digger says the car is gonna work perfectly. I hope so. It should. I wonder if there's another card. Either way, what do you guys think of Dobby versus Palpatine? Scope says, do you like combat music? What's combat music? Scope says, do you like Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix's intro? I have to look that up again. Like I said in an earlier live stream, it's been a while since I've seen the Harry Potter movie. Let's see. The Harry Potter Order of the Phoenix's.
This one deserved it.
Yeah.
Looks like a pretty epic intro. Pikachu and Friends Halloween says, this I got to see. You and you shall. Alex Nunn, yo, what's going on? Alright. Yoda Studio says Jar Jar is on this website, but will not be granted the 100k he deserves for some reason. That's right. I deserve it, don't I? 100k. Where's my 100k? That's what I want to know. Still, to this day, we should be at 100k by the end of the year. That's my personal opinion, which is the correct opinion. 2 more months. Could we hope to get another 40k subs in 2 more months? I think it's kind of a long shot. I was hoping to be at 100k by the end of this year, but we may have to wait till, midway through the next year. It all depends. If we get some really big videos, some bangers, then maybe the subscribers will come pouring in. I hope that's what happens. Maybe the next Bluey video I make will blow up. Darth Quadraro says, I got my brother to sub. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need. We need people to spread the news. Carlos says, .mn.k.sfd/m. Yo, what's going on, Carlos? How you doing? Alex Nunn says you're streaming earlier than I expected. Yes, I am. Well, there's a possibility the stream may end earlier, so I started it earlier. But it all depends on how things pan out. Advanced Gaming says, do you like the gothic architecture of LEGO Batman 1? Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I have not seen LEGO Batman 1. Although I'm sure you probably think it's 10 out of 10. I haven't watched it though, but I probably should. Advanced Gaming says, do you ever have any dreams about Star Wars or any other movie you watch? Dreams about movies? I suppose so, from time to time, but very rarely. Most of the time, I don't really have dreams that often. I would say very rarely do I have dreams. At least not ones that I can remember. And if I do have dreams, they're usually about something that happened that very day. Maxine Odisseo says, "Hey, yeah, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?" Alex Nunn says, "Star Destroyer car." Star Destroyer is pursuing the car. Pikachu and Friends Halloween says that Mace Windu's line. Mace Windu's line? Oh, take a seat, young Jar Jar. Louis Long says, "Do Hotel Mario interrupts the Jedi meeting." Hotel Mario? What's Hotel Mario? Pardon my ignorance, but what is Hotel Mario? What is that? What is that of which you speak? Hotel Mario. Yoda Studio says, "Jar Jar, you have been granted 1 subscriber as your reward. Anakin bought it off eBay." Anakin bought me a subscriber on eBay? Well, that's not necessary. That's not necessary. Anakin, you don't have to spend money for subscribers on eBay. You know, it'll take time, but I'll get them eventually. I appreciate the thought, but you don't need to purchase subscribers, Anakin. Scope says, "I just get the weird ads." Scope says, "Homelander is an advertisement for a Zinnies game." Zinnies game. And also, Homelander represents America, not enemy. Does he? I don't know. What does Homelander represent to you? America? Patriotism? Alex Nunn says, "I need to purchase membership when I can." I agree. You know, I like that. That's a good idea. Alex says America has some flaws in the economy. It does? What flaws? What are you talking about? What do you mean there are flaws in the economy? There's no flaws in the economy. The economy's perfect. It's amazing. JB Byron says this is gonna be hilarious. Also, I wanted a video where Bluey fights Obi-Wan. Bluey vs. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Do I have... I wonder if I have Star Destroyer sound effects. I need to download that. Star Destroyer sound effect. Yeah, let's see if they have it. Digger says if you give Jar Jar enough money, he will make the Obi-Wan vs. Bluey video. Hey, the Bluey videos are half off, by the way. Instead of, you know, like the usual price for a lot of these bigger videos is like $66 and higher, but for a Bluey video, I will make Bluey videos for much less because they do very well on the channel. So Advanced Gaming says, when I get the monies, I'm buying your memberships. Hey, I like to hear that. I look forward to it, Advanced Gaming. Advanced Gaming says, cars can fly in this universe, they can. Louis Long says, Minecraft movie look like the YouTube poop. Minecraft movie? Yoda Studio says, put your hands in the hands now. My hands in the hands. Darth Vader says salutations. Yo, what's going on, Darth Vader? Star Destroyer sound effect. Hey Darth Vader, does this look familiar? Does this ship look familiar to you, Darth Vader? probably download this one too. The Venator. I wonder if I maybe already have the Venator. Darth Vader says that is quite a familiar looking vessel. I'm on one right now, actually. Download this one. Alex says, Misa Jar Jar links. Misa, your humble servant. Toblerone Illuminati, yo, what's going on? And Melon Playground Guy. Toblerone says, how would you rate the accommodation on a Star Destroyer, Vader? That's a good question. Vader, how would you rate the accommodation on a Star Destroyer? Tell us, Vader, about your experiences on your average Star Destroyer. Darth Vader says the accommodations on this particular Star Destroyer are very good. We have protocol droids that serve blue milk every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes, well, that explains why you got so fat. Darth Vader says, I have to take my blue milk to my meditation chamber in order to drink it without people staring. Yeah, you know, this is the way. Darth Vader never removes his helmet in front of his men. This is the way. Darth Vader is a Mandalorian? Toblerone says, that's where our galactic taxpayer money goes. It buys blue milk for Darth Vader and other high-ranking officials. What a waste of tax dollars. Disappointed. Darth Corjanero says, are there any decent bars? Do they have a Culver's too? There's no Culver's out in the galaxy. Culver's are on Earth, not in Star Wars deep space. Alex Nunn says, hello there, Jedi. Misa name Jar Jar Binks is Misa first name, Jar is Misa middle name, and Binks is Misa last name. Misa will be your quiet, humble of a helping servant. Misa not gonna be quiet. Misa gonna talk, and Yusa gonna listen. Misa no caring about Yusa desire for quiet. Misa gonna speak Misa mind.
Oh no! The invisibility booster must be faulty!
Commander Andrew says Vader in the chat. We cooked. No, I think Vader's not on demon time right now, so I think we'll be all right. Darth Vader says, "Excuse me one moment, my master wants some blue milk, but is too lazy to get up and get it himself." You're gonna have to tell him to get someone else to do his dirty work then. You gotta stand up for yourself, Darth Vader. You can't do these menial tasks. You're his right-hand man. You should expect him to have one of his, like, one of those weird Russian-looking banking clan guys go get him the blue milk instead. Commander Andrew says, "By the way, Jar Jar, I broke up with that 17-year-old because one true love texted me today. You broke up with that 17-year-old because my one true love texted me." Okay. Your one true love texted you, so you broke up with the 17-year-old even though you're 13. Alright, got it. your one true love, huh? Darth Vader says, "Great guacamole, there's a rebel cruiser. Turn the ship around, then. Turn it around." Yoda Studio says, "D. Judy High Henin." What? Willie Long says, "Why are Harry Potter running from the Empire?" Well, because Palpatine wants to turn Harry Potter to the dark side. He would be a powerful asset. He would be a great asset. He would. Can it be done, Lord Vader? He will join us or die, my master. Excellent. Everything is proceeding as planned. Brown Eyes of Mandalore says, "What music is this? It sounds great." It's in the description. It's called Pokey and Chill. It's on the channel called Gamechops, and the artist name is like Mikel, Mikel. Good music. I've used it before. Commander Andrew says, Count Dooku in the movies, smile. In the Clone Wars, stone face. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of Count Dooku from the Clone Wars. I really like the movie Count Dooku. It's my favorite. My favorite iteration of Count Dooku is movie Count Dooku. Better than any other character. I actually, now that I think about it, I do prefer Count Dooku from the movies, number one. I prefer Obi-Wan Kenobi from the movies as well. And I think I'm like maybe 50-50 on Anakin Skywalker. I think that the movie, I would say probably the movie iteration is best. Master Yoda definitely is best in the movies as compared to the Clone Wars TV show. Mace Windu is better in the movies as well. Almost, I think pretty much every single character I can think of, I like them better in the movies than I do in the TV show. Nipples Grum says, what about Super Count Dooku? What about Super Count Dooku? Model Cars Weekly says, hello everybody, I'm back again. Welcome back. Dark Quadraro says, is this track a mix of Route 113 from Pokemon Ruby / Sapphire? I know it's a remix of some kind of Pokemon music, but I couldn't mention the specifics. Just check out Gamechops, type in Pokey and Chill, and it'll be in there. It will probably be in their description. Leo Denver says, Wingardium Leviosa. It's Leviosa. It's Leviosa. Oh. Love Quadraro says, not the track currently playing, the one before. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Pokemon. I didn't really play Pokemon when I was younger. Dark Quadraro says, Ruby and Emerald version was the GOAT for the entire Pokemon franchise. Darth Vader says, we have them now, the rebel scums will not escape. Let them scramble desperately for escape, only to eventually come to realize it is useless to resist. The might of the Empire is too great. Soon their puny rebellion will be crushed. Soon their puny rebellion will be crushed. Model Cars Weekly says, I'm really worried about my sister right now. She's in Florida right now, and hurricane heading her way. She's in Florida for college. She should be okay. I think, based on what I've heard, you know, I don't know, and I think a lot of other people don't know, but based on what I've heard, the media does tend to really overblow a lot of these natural disasters. And without a doubt, there are some areas that have been hit pretty hard, and it's not going well for some people, but then there's lots of other places where it's, you know, it's okay. So I wouldn't worry too much, unless of course you get word that she's not doing well, which hopefully that doesn't happen. Alex Nunn says, I feel more and more mad when someone gives 5 memberships and I see people that I never seen before get them, but not me. That is very disappointing. I wish that didn't happen myself, because I prefer people that regularly attend the streams to get the memberships, but unfortunately that's just the way it works with YouTube. They just they choose people at random, so.
booster must be faulty.
Kind of sound effect. Alright. Pipples Grum says, will you ever increasing subscriber account? How do stream viewers stand a chance? I know, that's what I'm saying. I hope that that the way YouTube works, I hope that it does prioritize people that are regularly in streams. Lerdman Alkiner says, I was born to just press on the subscribe button for Jar Jar Studios. Yo, Lerdman, what's going on? I love to hear it. Press that subscribe button. Commander Andrew says, Jar Jar, what colors are your eyes? My eyes? They're yellow. Just like a sit.
All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. You hear that? We must be getting close. Hold on.
Darth Vader says, my master Palpatine has finally recovered from the horrendous atrocity that is the Acolyte. He is finally himself again. Bro, Palpatine wasn't even born yet during the events of the Acolyte. Darth Vader says, he was not alive, but he watched the show. Oh, he watched the hollow recordings of the Acolyte. Commander Andrew says, where is Bates? I have not seen him in a long time. Bates was on the last live stream. He was here last night.
catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? With the train. Train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close. Hold on.
Commander Andrew says, by the way, that 17-year-old's name was Davis? What? Who would name their daughter Davis? Alex Nunn says, this in this sentence, which this might shock you, but this sentence has so many this that it is impossible to not a this. Thank you for that. Hippos Drum says, as a Java programmer, there is never an instance where this exclamation point equals this. Thomas Danhigh says, hello, are you alright? I'm doing fantastic. How you doing? How's it going, Thomas?
We must be getting close.
Thomas Danhigh says, I gotta analyze and translate a Latin text for tomorrow's class about Caius Octavius. Caius Octavius, first emperor, learning about Julius Caesar's death. Got to finish it now, but except this, I'm doing really good. That's good. Paper on the Roman Empire. And Caius Octavius. Octavius. I probably butchered that name. That's okay. He's no longer in the land of the living anymore, so. Alex Nunn says, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Is a woodchuck can chuck wood? Is a woodchuck? Darth Vader says if. Could. Okay. We got the we have the Dark Lord of the Sith himself correcting you on your tongue twister. That's when you know you're in trouble. Andrew says, I gotta go for a second. I await your return with bated breath. Scope says, editing takes forever. For me, I enjoy it. I just don't feel anything in my body lately, like part of me died. So I have no motivation to edit now. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, you'll get it back eventually. And if you don't, well, editing's not for you. You know, you can always find something else. There's lots of different things you can do. You don't have to be an editor. Darth Vader says, how do you put custom locations in your video descriptions, Jar Jar? When I check that setting, it only seems to allow real places. Well, the way I do it, it does pretty much only allow real places in quotations. The way I do it is I will just type in the location I'm hoping for, and like, for example, there's a Camino, K-A-M-I-N-O. There is a Camino on planet Earth. It's in Japan, and so I just type in Camino when it's like Obi-Wan versus Jango Fett. I put video location Camino. Or Geonosis. There's a Geonosis in, I think, Argentina. So there's an actual Geonosis in Argentina, and then there's Naboo. There is kind of like a Naboo. So basically, I type in the planet, and if it shows up, like there's a Coruscant. There's a Coruscant in France, and then there's a Coruscant in, I think, Mexico. So I just type it in, and if it's there, then I'll use it. And if it's not there, then I'll type in something that's spelled kind of similar, and I'll use that instead. But that's how I do the description, the locations. That's how I do the location. Alex Nunn says, I'm gonna go to Camino, Geonosis, Naboo, and Coruscant. You can do it. Because those are all real places on planet Earth. Scope says, can you do a video of Vasek? Who's Vasek? Alex says, I'm eating edible crayons, Jar Jar. Excellent. If they're edible. Sounds delicious. Peanut butter crayons? Commander Andrew says back. Welcome back, Commander Andrew. How you doing? Flashbang. Hippo's Grum says pretty much everything is edible at least once. For example, uranium is so filling that if you eat it once, you'll never have to eat again. Yeah, because you'll be dead. Haha, very funny, Hippo's Grum. Ha ha ha. Yeah, they say the same thing about death cap mushrooms. Death cap mushrooms are so filling that one mushroom is enough so that you never have to eat for the rest of your life. Just eat one death cap mushroom and you'll never have to eat for the rest of your life. Because you'll be dead. What's that scene in A New Hope? You better watch yourself. I have the death warrant on 12 systems. Alright, I'll be careful. You'll be dead! Turiel44 says, uranium looks cool, but it's not when you touch it. Yeah, don't play with uranium. Don't play with uranium, kids. Hey, kids. Stay in school, don't play with uranium. Commander Andrew says, I ate a Lego one time. Hey, that's child's play. No. I'm trying to bring up my video. Not my YouTube studio. I need my video. Where is it?
Ever tell you about the Lego sets that went missing from the Jedi? Luke, did I ever tell you about the Lego sets that went missing from the Jedi Temple? For months, Youngling's Legos were going missing without a trace, including my Venator-class Republic attack cruiser TM and Mace Windu's Captain Rex TM Y-Wing TM microfighter. It got so bad Ki-Adi-Mundi stopped asking, what about the droid attack on the Wookiees? And instead sulked around the Jedi Temple with tears in his eyes, grabbing onto the cloak of every nearby Jedi and crying, what about my ambush on Mandalore TM Battle Pack? Eventually, the Council put me on assignment to track down the Lego larcenist. After months of wild bantha chases, we finally found the culprit. As it turned out, around that time, the entire Council had had their routine doctor's visits. And when the test came back, it was revealed every male testicle on the Jedi Council contained microplastics. Anyway, Master Yoda was convinced they were a conduit through which Jedi could tap into the Force, and so unbeknownst to everyone, he had been eating all of the Legos in the Jedi Temple. He had even used his Jedi Master clearance codes to open the secret emergency Lego storage compartments to feed them to his son Grogu, in hopes that the 50-year-old baby would start talking. In the end, there was nothing any of us could do, since that senile old frog was Grandmaster of the Jedi Order. Eventually, we were able to stop him thanks to waste management and the local authorities. You see, Yoda kept sending Yarrell Poof for takeout every 6 hours or so to get his fix. He would dump the food out the window of the Jedi Temple and then eat the styrofoam containers, bags, and plasticware. With the massive waste hazard outside the Jedi Temple, Chancellor Palpatine noticed the mess and got the Senate to pass a bill to change all restaurant takeout items to be biodegradable. Unfortunately, Palpatine slipped a provision in the bill that allowed him to execute Order 66 if Master Yoda ate another single piece of plastic, which eventually, of course, he did. He ate Chancellor Palpatine's Lego Death Star TM and doomed the entire Jedi Order. And he was a good friend.
IDDQD says, hey, have you seen Al Fox Star Wars parodies? His videos are funny like yours. Another Al Fox lover I see. Another person coming into my chat to ask me about Al Fox. Al Fox, hey, have you seen Al Fox? Do you like Al Fox? Do you like Al Fox? Oh, my favorite channel, Al Fox. People just won't shut up about Al Fox. It's almost, you know, it's almost like when your girlfriend won't stop talking about her ex. Won't stop talking about her ex. You know, my boyfriend, he used to do this, and he used to do that, and he used to do this. It's shut up already about your boyfriend. I don't want to hear about your boyfriend. Okay, I'm your boyfriend now. Anyway, to answer the question, yes, I've seen Al Fox's Star Wars videos, and yes, I like them. Some of them, not all of them. And I am, as you can tell, I'm a little bit jealous. Just a tad bit jealous at the massive view counts he gets, and sometimes for the most basic kind of videos. But it's clever. I need to be as clever as him. I need to be a little bit more, I suppose you could say, I need to be a little bit more, I don't know, maybe lazy with my Star Wars approach? I don't know. You know, I guess people really like his videos. I have mixed feelings in some ways, because almost all of his videos are like entirely like AI generated, basically, but I can't really complain too much, because, you know, AI is a tool, and it can be used as a medium to tell stories. And some of his videos, like I said, some of his videos are really good. They're funny. Some of them, I would say, are not as funny, because they're just kind of, I don't know, some of the jokes don't land, but there's some of them that he's made that are really good. But yeah, I've heard about Al Fox, and everybody keeps reminding me of Al Fox. They keep talking about Al Fox this, Al Fox that. You know, can I get some of those? Can we send some of those views that Al Fox gets over to my channel? Hey, can we send a few 100,000 of those views over to my channel? I would appreciate it. You know, I think I spend a lot more time probably editing videos than he does. Actually, I know that's the case. I've seen his videos. I know what goes into his videos. Most of his videos don't require very much editing at all. So I lament the fact that many times the amount of time that I spend on a video does not usually translate to doesn't usually translate to view count. But that's the algorithm. That's you. That's the audience. That's all of you people. All of you people. L Fox is popular because you boost him. So I guess I need to get better. I need to get better with my thumbnails. I need to make my video ideas need to be more basic. They can't be too elaborate, too complicated. From what I can tell, I guess my best videos tend to be usually versus videos. Those are very simple and straightforward. And then also, I don't know, just simple concepts in general do pretty well, I would say, for the most part. And then the more complex you get, the less of an audience you tend to receive. Like, people aren't interested in more effort. Or maybe I'm just a weirdo too. Gamer says Gamer is not dead after all. Yo, what's going on, Gamer? Welcome back, Gamer. Gamer, have you come to give me more money? Have you come to give me more money, Gamer? Hippos Grum says, what if you made Yoda vs Palpatine but edited as if Yoda wasn't the one originally there? Sort of like Daddy Mundi one. What do you mean? Yoda vs Palpatine, but as if Yoda wasn't the one originally there? Gamer said just hanging out on the back porch. How's the weather? How's the weather out there on the back porch? I went for a walk today. It was very fine, very nice weather. Final Cars Weekly. And by the way, Gamer, the Bugs Bunny video surprisingly did very well. I did not expect it to get that many views. It got like, I think it's at about 40,000 views. I thought it would have stayed at like 10,000 views, but it did pretty good. I didn't even expect that. I guess Bugs Bunny is a little bit more popular than I thought he would be. It's just, I guess it's because YouTube really never recommends to me Bugs Bunny or Looney Tunes content, so I just don't see it, and so I assume it's not that popular. But it's just what they recommend to me. Model Cars Weekly says, same, when I put a lot of effort into one of my videos and I really like it and then I post it, it doesn't do as well as I thought it'd do. It's very disappointing. Yes, it is very disappointing. Alex Nunn says Yoda vs Palpatine, but Yoda was never there. Nicholas Grum says Yoda vs Palpatine, but Yoda is edited in. But he's already, that's what I don't get. Yoda vs Palpatine is already a thing. I don't need to edit him in. He's already in. You mean like an extended Yoda fight where Yoda, like Yoda vs Palpatine, but with editing? Gamer says, so happy Bugs could help you. I'm surprised. I kind of wanted to make another Bugs Bunny video, but I haven't gotten around to it because I've been trying to fulfill these other video requests. But if someone wanted to send another nice big super chat for another Bugs Bunny video or another Looney Tunes video, I would be excited to make it. Advanced Gaming says Palpatine vs Yoda, parentheses, Ghost. Hippos Grum says, I mean Yoda vs Palpatine, but Yoda is removed and then edited back in using different footage. Okay, so you just want like different Yoda scenes. Palpatine vs Yoda, except Empire Strikes Back Yoda. Which means that he's just gonna lose because there's no scenes where he does anything. Gamer says, what about Marvin Martian? His ray gun may fit perfect. Yeah, but... Yeah, I mean, yeah, Marvin, we could do Marvin Martian. But I feel like he's a less popular Looney Tunes character, so... I think Yosemite Sam would do a lot better. Or Daffy Duck. Particularly Daffy Duck. Or just another Bugs Bunny video. Commander Andrew says, Jar Jar, can you make a Yoda vs Palpatine, but they are Return of the Jedi? Yeah, I could. You got this. You got the super chat for it, Commander Andrew. I'll make Yoda vs Palpatine in Return of the Jedi for a price. Nicholas Grum says, I mean, as if the Palpatine vs template stood in its own and there was never the original with Yoda. Nicholas Grum says, oh, if that's too complicated, just Blastronaut vs Palpatine. Who's Blastronaut? I don't know who Blastronaut is. Commander Andrew says, how much? Let's see, Yoda vs Palpatine, but it's Return of the Jedi? I think... Well... I want to say that would be $55. IDDQD says, farm the biggest prize, Palpatine vs Trump, for most views. Palpatine vs Trump. Well, I would definitely be willing to make Palpatine vs Trump. If somebody was willing to pay. Someone will pay for it, I'll make it. I think it would be a fun video. Alex Nunn says Yoda vs Luke. Matt H says, how about General Grievous goes shopping at Home Depot? Why is he going shopping at Home Depot? Model Cars Weekly says, hi Melon. Melon Playground Guy says, donates 5 Melon credits. Sorry, credits are no good out here. I need something more real. Matt H says, needs new arms. So he's gonna buy new arms at Home Depot? I feel like new arms at Home Depot would be like the worst place to get it. I mean, for General Grievous, at least, he definitely needs better. He definitely needs a better class of arms. Oh boy. Whoa. Commander Andrew says, Jar Jar, what is your biggest regret? Oh, Commander Andrew, you don't want to ask that. It brings tears to my eyes every time I think about it. I don't want to think about it anymore. Mistake. It was a mistake. I can't believe I didn't. I should have done it. I should have. I had my chance. I knew I could have. My biggest regret is I never asked Callie out on a date. That's my biggest regret. Bigger than any regret in the whole wide world. I never asked Callie on a date. And I should have. My true love, my one true love. I missed my chance. Now I may never see her again. But there's still hope. There's a chance I might see her this Saturday, possibly. Me and my younger brother will go to the bar where she works. I'm assuming she still works there. I don't know. And if I see her, then I'm gonna tell her. I'm gonna tell her how much I love her. She's gonna fall in love with me. I should write a poem or something. I should write a poem. I should write her a letter. I should write her a rhyme. That would be terrible. People's Grum says a citizen has been accused today of enacting nefarious deeds. There will be many chests in his house filled to the top with melon seed. Dang. Melon Playground Guy says, speaking of date, how did your date go, Andrew? Andrew, how did your date go? Commander Andrew says, I broke up with her. Jar Jar, tell him why. Well, Hippos Grum, what happened was Commander Andrew got a message from his one true love so he broke up with, I don't even know who, some other person. He broke up with her because he got a message from his one true love. So he said, I have to go. I can't talk to you anymore because you're not good enough for me. You're not good enough. So I'm casting you aside. You're trash. I don't need you anymore. You're garbage. That's what Commander Andrew did. He should be ashamed of himself, honestly. Very terrible the way he treated that poor woman. Pickles Grum says, I was making a joke. I didn't even know what anyone was saying. There was an ad. Oh, okay. Alex Nunn says, respect to Jar Jar for making long streams. Thank you, Alex Nunn. Thank you for being here, Alex. I appreciate it. Commander Andrew, how dare you? Commander Andrew says she was trash, so I treated her like trash. Well, look, first of all, you told me you're not even old enough to be dating. You're not even old enough to be dating. And you're dating some girl that's 4 years older than you? There's gotta be a legal issue there somewhere. So, I mean, obviously you should break up with her because you shouldn't be dating at all. But obviously you're not gonna listen to me. Melon Playground Guy says, you see, Andrew, a melon like myself would never treat her so badly. Commander Andrew says her name is Mary. Oh, Mary. Your darling love, Mary. Have you written her a letter yet? Commander Andrew says, anyways, she has long red hair and green eyes, and our personalities are the same. Alex says, is that your sister? Long hair. Our personalities are the same. Do you have red hair and green eyes too? Model Cars Weekly says she sounds perfect for you. Ah. She's Irish. She's Irish or Scottish. Nicholas Porter says, so, you have a twin sister. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. No, no, no. Commander Andrew says, no, I have black hair and brown eyes. You have no chance then. You have no chance. She's probably gonna want to marry someone who has green eyes like herself. So you're just gonna have to give up. Nicholas Drum says, Andrew, she is perfect, or she is your sister, because either of those can lead down different paths. Well, yeah. Commander Andrew says she made out with me. Bro, what are you guys doing? What party? What kind of parties are you going to? Mr. Giebers says you should do a Muppet movie meme with Kermit and Fozzie in a car in Battle of Coruscant. Well, Mr. Giebers, I could do it. I could do it for a price. Right now, the way I do videos currently, I have a list of videos that people have sent super chats for me to make, and so once I have finished making all those videos, then I will also consider making other kinds of videos. So if you would like to guarantee your spot or guarantee that video, you know, you can send a big super chat to make sure it happens. But if I run out of video requests and I run out of ideas, I will be sure to try and make a Muppet movie meme with Kermit and Fozzie. Mr. Gieber says it's the 40th anniversary of Thomas and Friends. 40 years! Impressive. How many seasons did they make of Thomas and Friends? Mr. Giebers says 24 seasons. It got canned thanks to Mattel. Who's Mattel? Hippos Grum says I'm introverted and I don't like large parties. I prefer the large yet silent, volumeless party of a chat room that I can leave at any time. I'm not against parties, but I would lean more towards that. More towards a chat room. I actually haven't gone to a party per se in probably like 8 years or more. Mr. Gieber says you do not want to see what Thomas looks like right now with its reboot. It probably looks uncanny. Nicholas Porter says Mattel was a Dark Lord of the Sith. Mr. Gieber says Mattel is the toy company that makes Barbie toys, Pixar cars, and die casts, all that jazz. They shut down Thomas and Friends? Why did they do that? Was it not making them enough money? Mr. Gabers says, but they are secretly in cahoots with Yoda to fund for Yoda chairs instead of charity. That is unfortunate. Excuse me. Scope says, do you like the smell of wine? Yeah, I do. If that's actually, I would say, my preferred alcoholic drink is wine, red wine. I'm not really a huge fan of beer. I don't dislike beer, but the thing is, I assume that I cannot have beer because I'm allergic to wheat. So I guess if it's an oat beer, I can do that. But I haven't really bothered to experiment and see if it's okay if I have regular beer because I don't want to have a reaction. So I don't really have beer for the most part. I do like hard cider. I'm not really a fan of white wines. And I can do liquors as well. But I'm not a massive fan of liquor either. I think red wine is my favorite. Better than anything else. Darth Flagellaros says wine is for cooking, rum is a man's drink. A man's drink. Rum is a man's drink. It's Obi-Wan's drink of choice. Rum. Mr. Gieber says they poorly marketed the show, went way too woke with Big World, Big Adventures in 2018, lost all popularity because of the backlash, rebooted the show, and now it's nothing like the original. It's horrible. They did. Bro, you can't have anything now. They even took away Thomas and Friends. They even took Thomas and Friends from us. They took Star Wars. They took Lord of the Rings. And now they took Thomas and Friends. And there's nothing left. Commander Andrew says, Jar Jar at the party there was games, weed, and cigarettes, and some beer. Bro. Commander Andrew, I need you to listen to me, okay? Now is not the time in your life to be doing drugs and being at parties, okay? If you are the age that you say you are way too young to be doing any of that. And You need to stop. It's not good for you. It's not good. Don't do it. Unless, of course, you're older than you're saying you are, in which case, you know, whatever. But if you are the age you say you are, you... it's not good. Scope says, I'm curious what you're gonna do when your chat gets so active you can't even read all the comments. I think my live streams will always be like medium to smaller size. Simply because, well, I guess maybe it'll change if because I can do different kinds of streams, but these kind of streams I think will always be about the same. You know, we'll collect a few additional people along the way, but for the most part, I think they'll be pretty small because, I mean, most people I guess they probably wouldn't be interested in just sitting here listening to me talk and edit YouTube videos. Usually, most people are interested in like watching, you know, a live streamer react to videos or play video games, which I plan to do more. I plan to do more video game streams in the future. I did some in the past, and I want to do more in the future. But these kind of streams, I think, will stay small for the most part. Perhaps. I mean, maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe a lot of people will be really excited in the future. Maybe once I get to like 250k, there will be like a regular 100-200 people watching the live streams and donating too. Donating lots of money. That's money. Donating money to help me pay my bills. I like the sound of that. Watching ads, at the very least. Mr. Geber says, they even went as far as removing the first two characters from the Railway series 1945 to 2011 books, Edward and Henry, just for bland female train characters instead. Dang, they replaced the male train characters with female trains. Their gender swapped that. Unfortunately, they didn't have the opportunity to race swap any of the trains because they're just trains. They gender swapped them. They did what they could. They gender swapped them. Is there a gender fluid train? They have a gender fluid train? Thomas the Tank Engine and his gender queer train cars. The gender queer train engine. Darth Quajanero says, learn a new language while your brain is young. Learn to play the stocks too. Stonks. The stonks. Hippos Grum says, even in terms of games, all the kids' MMOs are gone. The only place kids can go online anymore is Roblox, and Roblox has its own large share of problems like child labor and such. I don't think that child labor is an issue on Roblox. Nobody is forcing children to work on Roblox. You know, when child labor is essentially when children have no choice but to go to work to help pay bills. That's most people's conception of child labor. Any of these like teenage kids that are getting jobs at Roblox for less than minimum wage, it's a video game. They're getting paid money to mess around in a video game. I don't really consider that child labor. It's not like it's extremely strenuous or anything like that for kids to work a job in Roblox. Now if they're doing like actual strenuous physical activity, like like in an actual real world job, I think that maybe would be different, and that's why we have like child labor laws and stuff, so that kids are not overworked or anything like that. But I'm not really particularly concerned with children working in Roblox, because if they don't want to, they don't have to. No one's forcing kids to work in Roblox, and if they really need money, then I guess it works just fine for them to work in Roblox. Commander Andrew says, I remember the one time cops stopped me on a go-kart. Hey, well, what are you doing? I said, I'm having more fun than you assholes, then I left. Well, look, Commander Andrew, it's not really a good idea to intentionally piss off police officers. I can understand being resistant when they are using their powers incorrectly, but I mean, going out of your way to make them angry is generally not a good idea, because sometimes it can end very poorly. It's just a reality of the situation. I'm not saying it's correct or right for police to bother you or throw you in prison for making them mad. I'm just saying that's just the way that law enforcement works. So so you should be careful. Mr. Geber says, Edward is beloved since he's one of the oldest characters, and Henry was popular because of his stories. He was on the Who Died of Starvation in Tunnel and wasn't let out in the next story. Female characters were already in Thomas since 1946, with Annie and Clarabelle as Thomas' coaches. Nothing new with female characters in the franchise. But they probably touted it as it was like something amazing. Ellen Playground Guy says, I tried to make a Roblox game before, but after a while I lost interest in Roblox. It happened. Commander Andrew says, they told my dad. I'm still looking for the go-kart. Model Cars Weekly says, what about the child predators on Roblox? That is a big issue. Well, I mean, child predators are an issue literally everywhere on the internet. You would have you have this exact same issue anywhere there are online games where you can interact with other people. There are going to be issues with child predators, obviously, because child predators are on the internet and they will look for children to exploit. So I don't think that child predators on Roblox is like a uniquely Roblox issue. It's just the nature of the internet. So it's not like Roblox's fault that there are child predators. Now, if there are child predators that are doing things and Roblox can see that they're doing things and don't do anything about it, well, then they should be held accountable for that. But like, just the fact that there are is not like necessarily a problem of Roblox. Hippos Grum says, if the devs of most popular games simply quit, then Roblox loses a bunch of money, and they have a horde of angry players trying to track them down, so they technically cannot stop because players. Well, look, with a lot of these online games, these companies, as they're doing in the European Union, and I hope it succeeds, and I hope they do it here too, these companies need to be forced to create an offline version of their game, or create some kind of patch or an update that allows you to connect to people directly so that you can play with your friends, and so that these companies, when they're done, keeping up with a game, can, once they drop the game, allow the people who bought the game to keep playing it. So the government needs to force companies to make it so that all games that you purchase are yours, and if you buy them, you should be able to play them offline. You should be able to play them once they stop supporting the game, once devs stop trying to develop a game, it should be available for you to continue to use it because you paid for it. And this even goes, I think this even goes for free-to-play games as well. When people purchase, you know, cosmetics for games that they play, the company that creates the game should be forced to continue to at least have some kind of patch which allows the person to play the game still even after they stop developing it. Because it's just totally ridiculous and wrong that a company allows you to purchase a game or purchase things in a game and then they just drop the game, and then you can't play your game anymore and nobody can play the game. And what's even worse is sometimes these companies will go out of their way to sue people who try to create their own mods so that they can play the game offline because the game developers are no longer developing the game. So they're not even doing anything with the game. People should be allowed to, if a company no longer wants to touch a game, people should be allowed to take the source code and do what they want with it. And it should no longer be the intellectual property of the company. As soon as they decide they're not going to support a game, it should become public domain. So Alex Nunn says, Jar Jar, if you want to do gaming content, sometimes do S popular trending game. Mr. Geber says, meanwhile, on my NASCAR persona, my favorite driver, Kyle Busch, is so washed he's winless this season. Sad. Quajanero says, at the height of the brony craze, some 40-year-old man was talking to my teenage sister through a My Little Pony fan site. And you let her? Come on, Darth Quajaneros. You should have. I hope you told on her. Hope you told mom and dad. Mom, dad, my sister is talking to an old man. Scope says, can you put Dexter Diner music from the first LEGO Star Wars in your video? Not if it's copyrighted, which it most likely is. Darth Quajanero says, no, we banned her from using the PC after we found out, and I told him I'd be at his house if he messaged her again. What did she do? What did she do? Did she cry? Did she cry when she was banned from the PC? Scope says, maybe your sister shouldn't have a PC then. That's probably true. Or at least, if she does, it needs to be, you know, restricted in some ways. Mr. Geber says, luckily the one franchise I know hasn't gone woke is Pixar Cars. What do you mean Pixar is woke? Cars is just one aspect of their brand, and I don't know if I consider like Cars. I guess it's not. But I wouldn't count on the next Cars movie not being like that. If they make another one. Hippos Grum says, this happened to Jumpstart Games, the server shut down, and now we had to write our own. If it wasn't for one person who archived Jumpstart's entire CDN server, everything would have been lost. Hippos Grum says, the CDN is so large we are still finding stuff. Scope says, block all communications down there. As you know, a blockade is perfectly legal. Mr. Geber says, I meant Pixar's Cars. Yeah. Yes. Commander Andrew says, who is this newest person who is a regular on the streams, Jar Jar? What do you mean? Who is this? What person? Mr. Gaber says, who needs Disney Plus when you have physical media? Hippos Grum says, Jumpstart Games required you to pick a name from a list, and in order to chat freely, your parents needed to expressly provide the permission. Interesting. That's a good safeguard. Model Cars Weekly says, if you want to watch Bluey, you need Disney Plus. No, you can watch Bluey on YouTube. Bluey is on YouTube, so. Alex Nunn says, it's been 2 hours in the stream. That's true. Commander Andrew says, okay, I love y'all. I'ma go now. They love you too, Commander Andrew. Hope you have a nice night. And hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Melon Playground Guy says, New Hope opening scene, but the Star Wars Destroyer isn't there video. That would be a pretty boring opening scene. Mr. Geber says, finally got my hands on the original 1977 version of Star Wars from 2006 Special Edition DVD set. Still need to get Empire and Jedi. Excellent. Darth Quajanero says, later friend, Mr. Geber says you can always pirate Blue. I mean, you could, but there'd be no reason to. Again, it's on YouTube. You can watch it for free on YouTube. There's nothing stopping you from just watching Bluey on YouTube. Hippos Grum says, though you can use mods to unrestrict names and postcards, we don't know if there was any server-side thing that prevented that from working. We think there was, though, at least for the names. Mr. Geber says, the ads annoy me though. I hate capitalism. Grr. Well, I mean, everyone hates capitalism until they start to make money off it, and then they don't hate capitalism anymore. So, I mean, I can't deny there are certain aspects of it that are obviously, I think, not very good. And there is a tendency for massive corporations to take advantage of the common worker. I don't I don't dispute that at all. But, you know, if you start your own business, you know, you're going to love capitalism because your own I don't know, I guess maybe people are kind of talking past each other with the whole capitalism thing. Like, what exactly is capitalism? What does that mean? Let's see, what's the Google definition of capital? An economic system where private individuals and businesses own and control the means of production, and the prices in production are determined by the free market. See, that's not a bad thing in of itself, for people to own their own businesses and to own their own things and to control it the way that they see fit rather than being told how to do it by the government. Some key characteristics of capitalism include private property. Individuals can own tangible assets like lands and houses, intangible assets like stocks and bonds. Self-interest. People act in their own best interest without regard for socio-political pressure. Competition. Firms can enter and exit markets freely, which maximizes social welfare. Market mechanism. Prices are determined by the interaction between buyers and sellers. Freedom of choice. I mean, obviously, I think there's probably some unbridled capitalism that's going to have problems, obviously. But, like, in general, I think it's mostly positive. Although, you know, I can't deny there's part of it that includes lots of greed, and the greed is very destructive to a lot of things, so. Model Cars Weekly says if they don't all have full episodes on the YouTube channel. Model Cars Weekly says they don't have the full episodes on the YouTube channel, and the ads are annoying. I mean, you can watch it using VPN, or you can use that other thing. Mr. Geber says capitalism is best described in Wall-E, not John Lennon. John Lennon? John Lennon? Alex says, Jar Jar, do you have any injuries or allergies? I do have injuries. About 4 to actually I think it's been about 6 months actually. About 6 months ago I cut straight through 2 tendons. My little finger tendon and my ring finger tendon on my right hand. I cut clean through them with a kitchen knife. And I had to get surgery to have my tendons repaired. And as for allergies, I can't eat wheat, and I can't have... Well, I think I can have a little bit of dairy, but as far as I can tell right now, if I have too much dairy, it gives me cystic acne on my back. Because I noticed when I stopped eating dairy, pretty much all my acne went away. Almost all of my acne went away when I stopped eating dairy. Which is unfortunate because I like dairy a lot. But now I can't have it. Monocar says, oh no, we got a communist in the stream. Oh no! Somebody stop him! Somebody stop him. Thomas Danai says, it's raining hard. There are small floods in Belgium. It comes from the remnants of the storm or ex-hurricane named Kurt. Interesting. Thomas says, fortunately, I live in a downhill street.
Must be faulty. All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close. Hold on.
Alex says, median broom mythic Casey slow. I typed this with my toe. Hey, that rhymes. Hey, that rhymes. Impressive. I need... Where's that scene from Empire Strikes Back? I need an Empire Strikes Back scene where the scene where maybe I guess it's the ending scene, right? Yeah, where the Millennium Falcon gets to play. No, it's not that. Escape from Cloud City.
It is your destiny.
It is your destiny. Luke. Luke. Listen to me, Luke. It is your destiny.
Alert all commands. Ready for the tractor beam.
Is your destiny. Luke, you do not yet realize your importance. Alex Nunn says, I type this with my eyes closed. I doubt that. Hipposgrum says, you can type with your eyes closed, but that doesn't mean you didn't spell check before sending. Yeah. Alex Nunn says, this funeral is sponsored by NordVPN. That's the future. Future of funerals. This funeral is sponsored by Coca-Cola. Alex says, Jar Jar does insane effort on his videos. Hey, thank you. I do, don't I? I do insane. It is insane in the membrane. Alex says, have you ever heard the tragedy of Ras Tyrell, the pod racer? He is the only confirmed dead pod racer. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that he's the only confirmed dead pod racer. I'm pretty sure the one guy that got shot by the Tusken Raiders, I mean, his pod totally flew apart. I highly doubt that he survived the crash from his pod. Like, he's definitely dead for sure. And then the other guy that had his pod ruined by Saboba. Saboba had, you know, knocked him into the wall. I'm pretty sure that guy's dead as well. And then the one guy that goes, "Rawr!" That guy, yeah, he's definitely dead too. You know, other people, you know, you can try and deny that they died, but I doubt very highly that they could survive. They're going at like 500 miles an hour, okay? If you crash at 500 miles an hour, you're dead. So, as far as I'm concerned, Saboba is the only confirmed crash that survived. Let's put it like that. The only confirmed survivor from all those crashes was Saboba. Everyone else, I guarantee you they died. They exploded in a blaze of glory. It's a miracle that Saboba survived. Alex Nunn says, tired I am. Tired of what? How long was school? Alex Nunn says, I did not have school today. You didn't have school today? What did you do? What did you do all day then? Alex says Levon will be here in an hour. Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi, the High Ground, the Limb Slicer says hello there. Hello there. General Kenobi. Welcome. Alex says, ah yes, General Kenobi, I've been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku. Really? You too? Seems like everybody these days been trained by Count Dooku. Jedi Obi-Wan Kenobi says, well, my Padawan I trained killed Count Dooku. Your argument is most illogical. That's true. Glitch86 says, anytime I see you working live, I stop in to say thank you. Hey, thank you for being here, Glitch86. How you doing? Glitch says, as the free world falls due to its deliberate ignorance of barbaric forces in the world, it's all the more important that we preserve our artists as attempt to navigate the dark age of information. Yes, you must preserve me. I must be preserved. Else else the last of civilization will be eliminated with me. Save me. Jar Jar has brought peace, freedom, justice, and security to his channel. Well, I wouldn't say exactly security yet. I'm still in that phase of my channel where I have to pretty much work overtime every single week. My channel hasn't reached a point of critical mass where I can relax a little bit yet. Glitch says, cheers and beers from an old school Nietzschean. Thank you for continuing to bring joy into our lives. All you folks are precious, and they be trying to price out creativity just like the old Soviet era. Hey, thank you very much, Glitch. I appreciate it. Glitch86 says net zero citizen netizen.
Oh no! The invisibility booster must be faulty. All we need to do is... All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close. Hold on.
Glitch says flashbacks to Spaceballs. Alex says Jar Jar, what do you like more, Separatist or Galactic Empire? I say the Separatists, and that's because I believe the Separatists had a just cause. They believed they were being unfairly treated by the Galactic Senate, and so they had a right to secede to form their own Senate. And so there was lots of innocent separatist systems. They got caught up in the conflict that was created by Count Dooku and Palpatine. Time to isolate these vocals.
Oh no! The invisibility booster must be Photosh. All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close.
Hold on. David.
Glitch86 says, truly Jar Jar the Separatist got a raw deal, particularly in screen portrayal. We often explored such ideas in the forums. I think it's quite telling how a, quote, righteous cause can be subverted. Yes. Yeah, there was plenty of things the Separatists were right about, and then the Separatists ended up just having bad leaders, and so the bad leaders among the Separatists ended up oppressing certain systems and you know, giving the Separatists a bad name. You know, like Newt Gunray from the Trade Federation, General Grievous, Lockdurd, particularly the Trade Federation characters. They were the most egregious. They would land on planets and just basically just steal from people. But when it came to like other separatist planets that had their own sovereignty, they did nothing wrong. Alex Nunn says, why is a 14-year-old driving? Because they missed the train, that's why. Haven't you seen the Chamber of Secrets? They had to drive the flying car because they missed the train, so they had to fly to Hogwarts in the flying car.
That it.
Oh no! The invisibility booster must be filtered. Oh no! The invisibility. Oh no! Oh no! The invisibility booster must be filtered. All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close.
Hold on.
To do is catch up with the train. We can't do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close.
Hold on.
Glitch86 says, oof, audio syncing always drove me nuts when I was young. I used to be able to detect a 15 to 20 millisecond offset at times. Yeah, the audio sometimes takes me a really long time. In some videos, it's just obnoxious. Because I can't use the original. I can't use the original audio because it sounds too, like, muddled. So I'll have to like mute certain layers and then I'll have to add in other sound effects. Glitch says, I feel you there, all these unseen pains. Yeah, interestingly enough, from what I can tell, it seems a lot of the videos that I make, at least, one of the more important parts, beyond the visuals, is actually the audio. Because the audio can sometimes help people's imagination fill in the visual. Just based on just based on the sound effects. Folks like me tend to notice the subtle words you slaving. Hey, thank you for noticing. Thank you for appreciating it. Mr. Geber says, I bet Master Yoda is the type commit multiple insurance frauds Al Capone style. Oh wait, he did. Yes, he probably did. Probably does. I wouldn't put it past him, Master Yoda, that sly frog.
Oh no! The invisibility booster must be faulty!
It says, when I see you roto lines and stuff for effects that flash by quick, it doesn't matter at all, but if the audio is off or incomplete, definitely pulls folks out of the fourth wall. Yeah. Yeah, the visuals do flash by really fast, and they don't really matter nearly as much as the audio, as getting the audio correct. And sometimes I'll notice that I failed to attach the visuals correctly to the audio, and like the Jaslyn vs. Count Dooku, I accidentally forgot to add a shake effect. I had Jango Fett headbutt Jaslyn, and I added the metal pipe sound effect, but I forgot to add the visual shake with it, and so it ended up falling flat.
All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close.
Hold on.
All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close.
Hold on.
All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close.
Hold on.
Alex Nunn says, I don't think the Jar Jar music is playing. What do you mean? It is playing. Mr. Geber says, new rumors. Yoda was suspected of holding George Lucas and Jim Henson at lightsaber point to make make him look like a perfect character during filming of Empire 1980. What is your thoughts, Jar Jar? Well, if that was Yoda's intention, I guess he failed, because now he acted like a goof in Empire Strikes Back, so... Mr. Gieber says, rumors also stated that during lunch breaks, Frank Oz is never allowed to eat cheeseburger as Yoda will force Mark Hamill to bring him one. Why can't they just get a second one for him? Is that so hard? Come on. Actors deserve food. They deserve to eat food too. They're working.
All we need to do is catch up with the train. We can't be far behind. Do you hear that? We must be getting close.
Hold on.
Mr. Gieber says everyone knows what the Muppet Show was. Well, I know what the Muppet Show was. I wouldn't say everyone knows. There are lots of people that don't know, but like there are some people I talk to this day that are like, I've never seen a single Star Wars movie. And it's like, what? You never watched like just one? Not even a little bit? I mean, Star Wars is probably one of the most, if not the most popular franchise in the entirety of like planet Earth, and you haven't seen like even half of one of the movies. I'm surprised. Like you don't have to be a fan, but there's lots of movies that I'm not a huge fan of, but I've at least seen them. It's just weird to me. Never seen it. Glitch86 says, a lot of Gen Z has been raised in a box separate from the all-American pop culture and history that came before. It was reality TV and cops that heralded the beginning of consumption core. Mr. Gieber says, I'd rather be old man than Gen Alpha. Model Cars Weekly says, that's true, Gen Alpha sucks. Alex Nunn says, I got dark earwax out of my ear with my finger. Butch says, hey, let's not hate folks. Alpha is a victim of what each generation has allowed to occur. A balanced take. Darth Claw Gennaro says every generation has their own unique type of brain rot. True. Mr. Keeper says I blame millennials and boomers. No offense. Yes, blame. Blame. Point fingers. Blame it. Blame them. Glitch86 says it's true from a certain point of view, but I don't mean to start a war. I'll hush now. My brain and emotions are broken tonight. Let's stop chucking blame around before I need to explain. This is all fallout from the 80s and the Clinton dynasty. It only goes back to the 80s? Glitch86 says, no, it goes back to post-World War II, but that's a whole, I just got censored too. I'll try re-saying some of it. I was just mentioning what allowed this current situation to arise was a lack of voter participation in the 90s and 2000s. Is it just the lack of voter participation? Alex Nunn says, Jar Jar is a chill YouTuber that makes good videos. Thank you very much, Alex. I appreciate it. Alex says, I love Jar Jar. I love you too, Alex. Thank you. Glitch86 says, I used to say something like, hey, if you don't vote in your local election, only zealots will be voting. I watched my city slowly crumble from lack of conservatives participating. Glitch86 says, it's not just, sorry, I'm trying my best to simplify concepts that literally cause my mind and soul to explode. Understandable. Yeah, I understand. Politics is an extremely frustrating topic. Mr. Geber says, people say Raimi's Spider-Man is best. I laugh in the spectacular Spider-Man show because Josh Keaton is GOAT and my ego is still thriving. Glitch says, you know what this needs? It needs more Oompa Loompas. No. Mr. G Daddy says, my William Defoe's are in my Netflix account, taking my crypto sauce coins. Dang. That sounds terrible. Alright. That is all for today. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you to our regular viewers, Melon Playground Guy, Alex Dunn, Levon. I know you just got here, but it's ending now. It just so happens that I do have a previous engagement, not to a woman, but I have to end the stream early today. I'll be back. I plan on being back again tomorrow, and I will stream later tomorrow than today. So, thank you for watching, and I'll I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you have a nice night. It's Jornado. Yo, what's going on? Thank you for being here, Glitch86, Mr. G Daddy, Melon Playground Guy. Yvonne Johnson says, "Don't do it, Callie." Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully I'll see Callie on Saturday. Who knows? Anyway, adios.